You just don't want to hear anything about this situation. It's all about you. Why do you wear clothes that show off your breast? I can't agree to anything you say. I'm a mother and it's very hard. I agree with her. You have said so much about your mother. But things you say, are they true? You don't know how she felt in her heart. She may have mistreated you, but just let her rest in peace. No need to ask the word fuck. I love your dress.
Okay, Maria. You've jumped up and down on my page over the years, literally over the years. Oh, and you deleted these comments, which I find so interesting because I screenshotted them before you did. I check my comment section every day on all my platforms. It might take me time to respond to them because I'm one person and I am not willing to hand over certain things to a moderator because I do want to read the comments. Because you, my people, are important to me and what you have to say is important to me. Maria, you aren't my people, just so that we're clear. Grape culture much? Body shaming much? Trying to trigger me much? Oh, and thank you for your approval on my other attire. Interesting how in neither one of your comments about how I look did you address the content of anything that I was saying, even when you liked my dress? Which, by the way, I don't give a what you think about me, my dress, my content, or any of that. I'm going to play the videos at the end of this video where you're making those comments so people can see how incredibly stupid you are. I am snarky sparky today. But you are. You're just ignorant. You're not here for any other reason than to try to trigger me. You know? Okay, well, you did pay me one compliment, so I'll give you that. And it's the only time that you've done that in the years that you've been commenting on my platform. Typically, though, you're trying to trigger me. You're trying to push me into a corner, into the wall. And then you go away for a while because I make a video back to you. And I'm guessing the reason that you deleted these comments, particularly the one about my tatas, is because you didn't want to take the heat. And because people were commenting back to you, which was great for me, by the way. It only helps my algorithm, which means I'm going to reach more people who are not like you. All that to be said, I get asked a lot, you know, how do I do this with people like that? You know, how do I keep making content when I get, you know, these types of comments that are so hurtful? They don't hurt me. That's the how right there. And when they did hurt me, it gave me an opportunity to examine why and work through my own feelings. So ultimately, I got healing from the bullying comments because if they live somewhere for me, that was a sign to myself that I needed to pay attention to why. Why would somebody who I have no relationship with, who's hiding behind a screen that I've never met in my life, why would their opinion matter to me and hurt me and in any way touch me in a way that evokes any sort of emotion? So these types of comments, as much as there's been times where I've been, especially in the beginning when the bullying was, there was a point it was like, a very big creator went after me and I woke up one morning to like literally over 1,000 comments that were pretty horrific. And that took me some time to backtrack from and kind of find my center again. And what I've learned through this process of making videos and sharing my story and commenting back to people like you, Maria, is that the reason you or comments like yours were able to dig into some part of me was because I had something that was unhealed, that I had a wound. And the biggest part of that wound was attaching myself to other people's opinions rather than attaching myself to what I know to be true. And what that taught me was that I really need to focus on walking through life from the inside out, which means that before I am impacted by what somebody else's opinion of me is, even somebody who matters to me, I take a moment to make sure I'm not betraying myself in that process, which means that I'm continually building trust with myself and not gaslighting myself as a result, and asking myself, okay, what is my need here? Why do I have feelings around this? What do I know to be true? And once I've assessed all that, and I don't even have to do it in such a pronounced way anymore, it's pretty much automatic at this point, I started to recognize that other people's opinions are just that. They're just words. In this case, they're just words on a screen. I know what my life looks like. I know how I feel in my body. I know how I feel about my style. I know the work that it took to get to this place where I literally don't give a fuck about what other people think of me unless they're people that matter to me, unless they're people I am in close relationships with. And when I say close, it means they're in my inner circle. I'm not talking about the surface relationships. I'm talking about the people that are important to me. And the people that are important to me don't attack my character. They know who I am. They know my heart. We love each other. We treat each other in a way that provides safety. We see one another and we cherish one another. And if there's something that I've done that has been hurtful, it's not an attack on my character. It's actually a provision of their trust in me, and it shows me they value me enough to address something that might be hurtful that we need to work through. And that's where I am in my life. So for all of you out there, these comments have helped me grow. I bet you didn't want to hear that, Maria. They've helped me self-assess more. They've helped me to develop more confidence because I face them head on. They've given me a thicker skin in a way that doesn't make me jaded, but rather just kind of, I don't even want to say tougher, just thicker in the sense of that you can't permeate my soul anymore through words, through even your actions or anything like that. And I so with my whole heart want other people who have had difficulty like I did, where other people's opinions really guided how you felt about yourself, to get where I am. And the number one way, in my opinion, and through my experience to get here, is to continually self-assess, to not make excuses or justifications for other people's bad behavior. I don't give the benefit of the doubt. I don't give trust. I don't withdraw trust. I'm very neutral until I have a reason to do one or the other. Benefit of the doubt is earned. I have to know you, whether to know, to know your character, to know whether or not that applies. I don't make excuses for other people's bad behavior, and I don't look for their intentions because I'm not a mind reader. I'm not willing to do anything where I'm not treating myself with the same thing I provide in the relationships I have. I make sure that I see myself, that I provide myself with safety, and I cherish myself. I am 100% completely in all worlds unwilling to betray myself. And where that has led me is into a place where when people make comments to me, unless they're triggering off a previous experience that still lives in my body, they are unable to trigger me. And that's not about them and their comment and their opinion. It's about something that's genuinely attached to something that I haven't processed. And in that case, I'm okay too, because I trust myself to heal it. I trust myself to be my own good mom, to be the things that I needed, to show up as the person I needed when I was a little girl. So thank you, Maria, for the content or comment. I made the content because it leads to deeper dialogue that's more important than you. Yeah, that was snarky sparky. But yeah, it is what it is. So in short and in long, I also reply to help people find their voice. And I hope this is helpful for all of you out there who is seeking to learn how to love yourself, to grow your confidence and your own inner peace. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Oh, and if you want me to feature something or you have questions about something, drop them in the comments section. And I do read them all, obviously. I don't get a chance to respond to them all in video. However, if there's something that you have that you would like me to create content around, I'm happy to try to do that for you. See you soon. Have a wonderful day.
I do think the war on women includes parent-child estrangement, and here's why. If you want to keep a civilization or society down, you keep its women down. Just like it's more dangerous to educate women than men, because we drive society forward. How better to disempower a society and keep women down than by alienating them and estranging them from the children they love the most without leaving a trace. It's exceedingly effective. But you let me know. What do you think? Do you think this is all part of the war on women? Or at least partly part? Love to hear what you have to say.
Well, since you asked, let me let you know. I think what you're doing is trying to find yet another thing to blame estrangement on instead of taking accountability. That's all I got to say on that one.